As from tomorrow, Friday, the 1st of July, all residents in Gibraltar are responsible for their own insurance and healthcare coverage in Spain, as well as the rest of Europe, even in the event of an emergency or accident. People have expressed concern at what this could mean in terms of cost. GBC understands there are two main options. A medical insurance policy would cover healthcare costs required in the event of an emergency or accident. Most will include cover for costs incurred outside your country of residence, but it's worth checking. This is a relatively expensive option. As an indication of cost, one insurer told us that a basic policy for a family of 2 adults and 2 children could easily cost over £6,500 a year, depending on the ages of the applicants and the options chosen. The second type of coverage should be far cheaper. Travel insurance for a family of 4 could start at between £150 and £350 a year, depending on the ages of the applicants and the options chosen. GBC understands that this second option, travel insurance, is the one most residents are opting for. Many are taking out annual travel insurance that will provide medical emergency cover. Travel insurance is available for Gibraltar residents through individual private policies, or sometimes attached to other products, such as credit cards or bank accounts. In the past 2 days, people in Gibraltar who already had travel insurance have been checking to see whether day trips to Spain are covered, which would apply to many excursions across the border. There are a number of insurers in Gibraltar offering travel insurance that includes day trips.
I mean, that would provide cover for emergency medical treatment as and when required. So I would suggest that would be the best option. It's really important that you actually check your terms and conditions, because not all policies cover day trips. So it is really important that you actually look at your cover and you speak to your insurance provider just to make sure that it's covered.
Insurers have also pointed out to us that cover may be on a reimbursement basis. It means people taking out an insurance who need to access healthcare in Spain or elsewhere may need to cover the costs of this themselves in the first instance, and then claim those monies back, unless direct arrangements between the insurer and the medical providers have been made. What about motor insurance? Is that relevant to this discussion? One insurer told us fully comprehensive motor insurance would normally provide a limited amount of medical expenses and emergency cover as an extension to the policy as a result of an accident. Another suggested most motor insurance options would not cover the driver's own medical costs in the event of an accident, but it would normally cover legal liability for injury or damage to others. There's also a question over whether medical insurance covers those with pre-existing conditions and residents of a certain age.
Pre-existing conditions is a bit of a sticky subject. However, with the provider that we're using, the way they handle this is pre-existing conditions are generally excluded, but then there is a list of conditions that they'll accept. So they kind of re-include certain conditions. But I have got to say, the more serious medical conditions are always going to be excluded under a medical type or travel type policy.
Insurance companies are working hard to deal with the current surge of inquiries following this week's news.
The only limitation that I can see at the moment is how many plans can be processed, given the fact that it's D-Day is tomorrow, 1st of July. So if you need to have this in place by 1st of July, we're going all out to try and get every inquiry taken care of. I'm sure all of the other insurance intermediaries in Gibraltar are doing the same where they're able to. We're getting an awful lot of inquiries, as you might imagine, and we've got most of our team handling those inquiries and only those inquiries. So we're doing as many of them as we possibly can.
Those contemplating this extra cost now won't be feeling any better about the decision by the 52% in the UK who narrowly voted in 2016 to leave the European Union, especially given the UK deal with the EU entitles UK citizens to free cover that includes pre-existing medical conditions and routine maternity care, as well as emergency care.